So welcome to this hour of yoga out in nature. We are going to prepare for meditation today. So first we're going to make the upper back and the lower back loose. Then I want to do some exercises, and finally we're going to sit in meditation. When you have never done meditation, it's a good exercise. If you've done it before, well, let's see how we do it with critical alignment, with making the body first loose. We are going to start on a roll. I have this mat. You can roll it firmly, and if you have a towel, make a firm towel. And we start in the upper back. So you lay it just below your shoulder blades. The shoulder blades are on the other side of the roll, and then here is your middle back actually on the roll. So just lay yourself down. And bring your hands behind your head. And take some time. So first we are going to lose this part of the body, which always bends easily, usually forwards, and now it's going to be a back bend. When you can relax with your muscles on this roll, the muscles of your belly are going to take over. So give it some time. Give it your out breath. And then you let the weight of your head rest in your hands. You can also pull just a little bit with your hands on your head, so your neck also has space, length. And actually you're pulling all the space in your spine towards where the roll is laying. And you take all your time to go backwards. When it's too far to go downwards, just lay something under your head. Just lay yourself down. And then you bring your hands on your lower ribs, connecting your belly. Then you take your out breath. Okay. Well, with sitting, when you're going to sit in meditation, sometimes you bend forward from this part. So first we are going to make this part loose. And you can bring your ankles and your knees together. Your feet stay on the floor in this first part. You go a little bit to the left side with your legs. And then you feel the pressure just next to your spine. And wait for an out breath. Bring your legs to the right side. So don't move too much already. Just make it small, and in that way you're giving a massage to these muscles in your upper back. And they can be quite stiff, so again, go with your legs to the left side, see how it feels, and see how it feels on the other side. So maybe there's a difference between the left and the right side. And you can do this a few times. And then you're giving your muscles a little massage. Okay, the next time when you're with your legs on the left side, just stay there. And then you bring your ankles together, your knees connect, and you continue with your legs slowly towards the floor. Don't go too fast. So notice that when the ankles are stuck together, that only the left side of your left foot is still on the floor and the soles of the feet are from the floor. And also notice that the moment you go further with your knees towards the floor, that your head stays in place, so it's not going to glide down. And you hold this length in your body, and it's giving a stretch to your lower back. Okay, relax your shoulders. Feel all the weight on the roll. Give it your out breath. And stay as heavy as possible. It's only your lower leg which is going to push your upper leg back towards the middle. So in that way you're engaging also your core muscles, and the muscles in your upper back stay as relaxed as possible. Right, we're going to do the other side. So you first go a little bit to the right. Then again, your ankles and your knees are going to be together. You use your out breath to stay as relaxed as possible on the pressure of the roll. Your lower leg is carrying actually your upper leg. And in that way you're engaging your core with going downwards with your legs. Then go with your out breath. Feel the weight of your shoulders again. See how heavy you can be on the roll. You really can relax in this one. So give it all the attention. And usually when something doesn't really feel nice, we tend to go away with the attention. And we go away in our heads. We're going to think about things. But just now describe for yourself, what are you feeling? So the spot where the pressure is on, feel that your muscles are going little, are giving more length the moment you relax more, getting more length. Okay, wait for your out breath. Only your lower leg is going to push your upper leg up. You stay as heavy as possible on the roll. Feel that your belly muscles are engaged, your core is engaged. And one more time we go to the left side. Take an out breath. Let your lower leg carry your upper leg. The soles of the feet are from the floor. Feel the stretch towards your lower back. Take 2 out breaths. And as if you can melt over this roll. Melt with your shoulders. See if you can be soft also when you give some strength to your lower left leg, which pushing your right leg up. And last time all the way to the right. Keep your ankles connected, soles of the feet from the floor. Very easy thing to do, this one, when you have carry a lot of weight on your shoulders. Sometimes it feels like that. This is really a good one to do. Okay, let your lower leg push the upper leg. Take an out breath.
and come back to the middle. And then you place your feet hip wide. And again, you're as the way you began. And maybe you lay just a little bit more easy on the roll. We're also going to continue for the lower back. So you hold the roll with both hands, you bring up your pelvis and see if you can glide this roll towards the curve of your lower back. And then you lay yourself down and your bottom is from the floor. Again, your hands on your lower ribs. And now the upper back is flat on the floor. And just lean with your weight on this roll for your lower back. And you're also leaning on your feet. Give it your out breath. See if you can relax in this pressure. So some people have more issues with their upper back. And some people more issues with their lower back. Okay, also this part of your body when you're sitting in meditation wants to go awfully outwards. When you sit for a longer time and you become a little bit tired, actually the muscles in your spine are becoming a little bit tired, then the spine will go outwards and you lose your natural curve in your lower back. So in this way we're bringing this natural curve in the lower back. We're going to give it an accent, bring it more inwards. Okay, you feel under your hands your lower ribs and they're connected with your belly and your breath is easy. And you also feel your belly rising and falling down again with your out breath. Rising with the in breath, falling down with the out breath. And then you just let your pelvis go a little bit down and nothing is going to change on your in or your out breath. So you're gaining a little bit more length in your lower back. And just stay here, don't go too far, because also here we're going to give a massage to these muscles next to the spine. So you bring your ankles and your knees together and you go a little bit to the left. Both feet stay on the floor. So again, the pressure is just next to your spine. Stay heavy when you bring your legs to the right side. And maybe you feel difference between the left and the right side. Again, with your legs to the left. And with your legs to the right. And it's just giving a massage. That's all you're doing now. And move a little bit from the left to the side a few times. And when these muscles, when they are tight, also your lower back can't move that much. So now we first make these muscles loose. Probably then when you come back with your knees in the middle, place your feet hip wide again. And take an out breath and see if your pelvis can go a little bit further towards the floor. And still your lower ribs are connected to your belly, so you still have this nice in and out breathing. Nothing is changing. So stay relaxed in this one. And can feel a little bit stiff, so bring up your pelvis again, then you're in neutral position, and then you go with an out breath and you go again down with your pelvis. And also this one, you can do it a few times. And that means that we bring more flexibility in the vertebrae of the lower spine. And of course it's bone. The vertebrae themselves, they don't deform. It's the space in between. And it should go. There should be some movement in this one. So in the beginning it feels stiff, and then when you do it a few times you notice that it becomes a little bit more loose. Alright, next time you go to your lowest part, and maybe you're on the floor with your pelvis, maybe not. When you're not on the floor, place your elbows next to your body and give some pressure with your elbows into the floor, and you notice that you bring up your lower ribs away from the belly. And your head stays on the floor. And now your pelvis can reach the floor easy. So you can push now your tailbone into the floor. That's for everybody. Push your tailbone into the floor. Lay your hands on your lower ribs. And then let go of the pressure of your elbows and push your lower ribs towards your belly. Softly. Hold this for a moment. So with your tailbone into the floor, you're activating muscles which are really next to your spine, on your spine actually. This is strength, building up strength. Okay, take an out breath and just lean on the roll with your whole weight. Okay, then you come up to neutral position the way we started, and you go down one more time. So bring your pelvis slightly towards the floor. Notice how much space you gained. And comparing with the first time you went down. And when you're down again, push your tailbone into the floor. When you don't reach the floor, place your elbows first, lift up your upper body, then you can easily reach your tailbone. Hold it and push your lower ribs towards your belly. For the strength. Okay, take an out breath. Let go of the pressure of your tailbone. Just lean on the roll again. And notice your pelvis becomes quite heavy. You are really leaning on this roll. Sometimes it can feel a little bit scary. But you also have your feet still on the floor, and you can push with your feet in the floor, and then you bring your pelvis up again, back to neutral position. Take an out breath, and then you can roll to your side.
We're going to be in dog position. Place your wrist just a little bit in front of your shoulders. Spread your fingers. So notice the two spots, the spot in your upper back, and that means that your chest can come forward as if the roll is still laying in your upper back behind your shoulder blades. And then notice the roll in your lower back, as if it's still laying there. And now you're going to engage your core by bringing your hara 3 fingers below your belly button. You bring it slightly up towards your chest bone. So there's nothing changing with my pelvis. When I do it too much, it goes a little bit like this, and my tailbone goes away. but my tailbone goes backwards, also my sitting bones, and I only engage my core by bringing my hara slightly upwards towards my chest. Toes into the floor and bring yourself to dog pose. And there's this stretch at the back of your body. And nothing has changed. Still as if you feel this roll in your upper back and you feel the roll in your lower back, your core is engaged, you still melt in your chest. Then you bring your heels down one by one. And if you have more space, bring them both down. And also nothing is going to change at your lower back, with your heels more towards the floor. Give it your out breath. Okay, from this one we're going to plank pose. You can place your feet a little bit backwards. Nothing is going to change. Still melting at the front, at your chest, still your core engaged. And keep your core really engaged when you bring your knees down. Open your chest, don't lose your core. Look upwards, push with your hands into the floor. Shoulders away from the ears. And also push with the front of your feet into the floor. And just hold it. Okay, then you come back to child pose. Bring your knees a little bit wider. Push yourself backwards. And maybe your hands under your head. You just take a moment. Go with your out breath. Feel the length with the back of your body. Alright. Before we're going to sit down, we're going to move a little bit. All these asanas is invented actually to go and sit in meditation. So we're first making the body loose before we can sit in meditation. Push yourself up. Bring your toes into the floor. Your knees are wide. And you walk away with your fingers. And again, everything still is the same. You're melting with your chest, your hara is engaged. Walk away with your fingers, you just let your head hang downwards. And then you bring the weight a little bit backwards. And now give space again to these muscles in your lower back, but also at the inside of your legs. Give it your out breath. Then you place your hands in front of you. You bring your bottom up. You walk a little bit away with your fingers. See if you can straighten your legs. Keep melting in your chest. And then you bend your knees. You lay your whole upper body on your knees and you grab your ankles and your elbows go backwards. And as if you're going to lift yourself up at your ankles. So notice when I grab myself and as if I lift myself up, my chest bone is going more towards my knees. So I lay myself actually on my upper legs. And then see if I have some space at my hamstrings. And my sitting bones go slightly upwards. So that's different than going like this, like when you're like this. So really lay yourself down and then see how far the hamstrings can give length. Alright. You can come forward again on your knees. Place your right foot forward. So you have this hara here, you have the underside of your chest bone over here. And these two are connected, means you can really breathe well because the lower ribs are connected to your belly. And that stays the same also when you go forward. So it's not like opening your chest too much. Hold this straight, look forward, and notice the stretch. Also in this one you can push the front feet, the front side of your foot a little bit into the floor, which connects to your lower back. And you can raise up your arms. So it's always the same, your hara slightly upwards, your chest is melted. Also when you go a little bit forward, you bring your hands next to your foot. You go with your bottom backwards. You bring up your toes. And you lay again your upper body on your upper leg. Feel the stretch of your hamstrings. Okay, back. Let's do the other side. So come forward with your other leg. Notice the two spots which are in one line, your hara and the other side of your underside of your chest bone. Go slightly forward. So everywhere where you feel in your body where there's stretch, give it attention, give it your out breath, so it can relax. Take an in breath, bring up your arms. Go slightly forward. Bring your hands next to your foot. And then you go backward with your pelvis. Your upper body is again on your upper leg. You raise up the toes of your foot. And feel your hamstring. Okay, backwards again. Place your hands, knees together. And let your pelvis go towards the floor. Shoulders back, look up. Back for child pose. Okay, now you can come to the front. We're going to do the dog pose. So let's start in this dog pose. Bring up your right foot. Don't lose the shortness at the front of your body. Make a big step in between your hands. You can place your knee on the floor. You can lay yourself on your leg, and you raise your arms. And then from your belly, you push slightly, open your chest. And you come up. Let's see if you can go nicely. Back, place your hands. Step back into dog pose. Notice the difference between the right and the left side. And raise up your left leg.
big step between your hands. You can bring your knee downwards. Lay yourself on your own leg, on your left side of the leg. Bring up the arms. So engage your core. In this action you come upwards. Nice and deep. Bring your hands forward. Again, back, dog pose. Last time plank. Last time cobra. Place your knees on the floor. Open your chest. Look up, don't lose your core. Shoulders away from the ears. Alright. And then we're going to prepare ourselves for meditation. So you can sit on something. You can also sit on a chair when you feel more comfortable with that. Otherwise, do something that you can sit really high. So take a moment. See if you can relax your legs. Sometimes when a leg doesn't feel nice, you can also lay something under it. Because when we're going to sit still for well, let's see, 10-20 minutes, something like that, everything that attracts your attention will get you out of the meditation. When it's too cold, do something over yourself. So what I mean with sitting is that sometimes you can sit like this, but you have to sit really on your sitting bones. And when you can't, some people they don't have enough space in their pelvis or in their muscles in their lower legs. So you just sit a little bit higher. And then you notice if you have this natural curve in your lower back without your ribs sticking out too much. And if you just lift it up again, make it more higher, make it more higher. So your legs should be below your pelvis when you sit in meditation. Shoulders relaxed. Okay, just see what feels right for you to sit and where you can relax in. And really take all the time. When you need more time, you can pause me. Just feel how you sit the most nice. This knee of mine, I don't know what it is, but it doesn't feel always right. So I usually do something under it. Sometimes it's okay and I don't need it anymore. Okay, so when you're sitting down, it's not like you're going backwards with your lower back. So it's as if the roll is staying still in your lower back. Then your ribs are connected. You can go a little bit forward and then you feel the pressure at the inside of your legs. So stay like this. Bring one hand on your back, there where the lower back roll was laying, and lay one hand on your chest. Your lower back is going to stay, so there's a little pressure at the front side. But as if you close a closet, you're going to bring your upper back slightly backwards and use a few out breaths for that. Close your eyes.
So at the end, maybe your head is still a little bit in front of your body, which is okay. But you're sitting straight and you feel that all the weight is landing in your pelvis. And then you bring your hands on your knees. And it actually doesn't matter how you place your hands. See what feels okay for you. Some people have their thumbs and their index fingers together, or maybe the middle finger is also possible. And that's only, and there's this light pressure between your index finger and your thumb, so that you can concentrate on that if you want. And otherwise, just lay your hands on your legs. So maybe the head is just a little bit in front of your body. Notice your in-breath from the belly. And with every in-breath, goes up from your lower ribs all the way to the top of your lungs, to your collarbones. So also in this one, take a few in-breaths, that you're going to sit straight, that your head, the weight of your head is coming on your spine and goes all the way into your pelvis. And then your out breath, you bring it at the back of your body, as if it's gliding down from the back of your head, your shoulders, towards your bottom, towards your legs. And the in-breath starts again at your belly. So this breathing gives direction in this sitting straight up. And with the out breath, as if everything is falling from your shoulders into the floor. So follow a few in, a few out breaths. And then notice the sounds around you. You hear sounds probably more in the distance. You hear sounds more close by. And they come and they go. They change. And then also notice the air touching your skin. Maybe very softly on your cheeks. Maybe on different parts of your body. And with your eyes closed, you can still see the light shining into your eyes through your eyelids. Then notice your breath, sounds, the air, the light. And that is what there is at the moment. So you're listening very closely, you're feeling with your whole body. And it also can be that there are thoughts coming up, especially when you're going to sit a little bit longer. And that's okay. I mean, your brains are made to think, so it's normal that thoughts come up. But you just look at these thoughts for a moment and you think, well, I'm going to think about it later, not now. You just postpone it. This is the moment when you are aware of the surroundings, of the moment. And usually your thoughts are about things in the future or things that happened. And then of course you have these things that sometimes you feel in your body that your leg is going to sleep. Well, just let it sleep, it's okay. Give it your attention, you notice it and you think, alright, I give it an out breath, I let it go. Then probably it will come again, that thought. And again you're going to say, alright, I give it my attention, I give it my out breath, I let it go. And then you notice the sounds again. You notice your breath, your out breath, your weight on the floor. Feel your skin. So are you still here, or did your thoughts took you away to another place? Come back to the moment. And then you are in the present. That's what it is. That is what meditation is, just being in the present for a few moments maybe even longer. And the thoughts will go slow down. So in the moment actually is timeless. sometimes the moment is a short moment, but it can feel really as a big moment, as a long moment. You can really feel the space also. So count your out breaths. Count 7 out breaths. As if it's gliding from your head all the way into your spine, all the way into your pelvis, into your legs, into the floor. Wait for your next in-breath. With your out-breath, bring your chin towards your chest. Just let your head hang. Feel your in-breath still to the top of your lungs. Let your out-breath go at the back of your body. Count 7 more out breaths. You wait for your next in-breath from your belly, lower ribs, top of the lungs. You place your head back onto your spine. Hear the sounds. Feel the air on your skin. See the light on your eyelids. Take 7 more out breaths, the last ones. So feel the in-breath at the front of your body, take the out-breath at the back. Then you slowly open your eyes. So maybe your legs are asleep. Don't go and stand on them. And just rub it a little bit loose for the blood flow. And slowly place your feet back. And just lay yourself flat on the floor. So take a moment and don't stand up when your feet are still asleep. Just wait till the blood is floating again. So you can wiggle your toes, roll your ankles. You can bring your legs in, take your knees and roll your lower back. Also on the other side. Then you can bring your feet up, roll the ankles again, bring your arms up, roll your wrists, and just shake a little bit. Shake it out. So when your feet are still asleep, stay on the floor for a little longer, and otherwise, when it's enough, just roll to your side. Alright, well, thank you for your attention. See you next time.